Well, there's another thorny issue as well back here at home in the United States. We've been telling you about this Minnesota fraud scheme. They took all this COVID money and just wasted it. Politicians knew about it. There was no real investigation. They went after the whistleblower. It was billions and billions of dollars. Many in the Somali community and political, leaders didn't want to criticize what was going on because they didn't want to affect their community. Well, Kash Patel is taking it a step further, saying that they have found that there's another $250 million that are a part of the fraud scheme. And he says that it's the tip of the iceberg. This is what he said in the full statement. Even before the public conversation escalated online, the FBI has surged personnel, investigative resources to Minnesota to dismantle the large-scale fraud schemes, exploiting federal programs. Fraud that steals from taxpayers and robs vulnerable children will remain a top priority for the FBI in Minnesota and nationwide. To the date, the FBI believes that this is just the tip of the very large iceberg. Reaction to that?
Well, I'm still hung up on the fact that you had the U.S. Assistant Attorney John Thompson last month talk about these two individuals who had heard that Minnesota's Housing Stabilization Services program was such easy money that they traveled to Minnesota, enrolled their companies in the program, returned to Philly, and then submitted the fraudulent claims from Philadelphia. So it was so easy that it encouraged this fraud tourism. He said that there are possibly 14 high-risk Medicaid programs that are being audited, and up to half of that amount of money, so $9 billion we're talking about here, could potentially have been fraudulent. So, so Kash Patel and all these guys, they've got a lot of work cut out for them because, I think this is going to be huge.
Oh, it already is, and it's going to get bigger, I think that's clear. And the point that you just made, Lisa, I think is such a key one because it was so bad in Minnesota that it became this tourist attraction, basically. Hey, if you want to come steal from taxpayers, come to Minnesota because it's very easy to do it there. And the question is, will taxpayers in that state look at all this and say this is unacceptable? Because it's not just waste, fraud, and abuse. It's all of that. It is robbing people. People work very hard for their money. They give it to the government in a place like Minnesota because they say, oh, we're nice and we're empathetic and we want to help people. If that money is being stolen to the tune of billions, that is money that people have worked so hard for, given to the government, confiscated by the government, and for what? To enrich a bunch of thieves? Many of whom are not from the United States in the first place. It's outrageous.
That's the main point. Governor Tim Walz, who's been under the microscope because of this, he released this statement. He said, the governor has worked for years to crack down on fraud. He has strengthened oversight, including launching investigations into the specific facilities, one of which was already closed. He has hired an outside firm to audit payments, shut down the Housing Stabilization Services program, announced a new statewide program, integrity director, and supported criminal prosecution. But he went after the whistleblowers.
I know.
That's the problem. The people that were screaming about this, they went after, and this guy was almost the vice president of the United States. The media was tipped off about this story. There was no coverage of this during the presidential race.
I know. He's such a liar. Also, his state, Minnesota, basically turned into like the Disney World of fraud. To your point of attracting this tourism as well. I also had interviewed former prosecutor Joe Tarab, who worked on the Feeding Our Future case. And he said that this was so easy to do, he could have done it on his computer in 5 minutes if he had absolutely no conscience. That's how easy this was to do. And I'll just remind everyone, remember during the big, beautiful bill, and Democrats were just absolutely refusing any sort of changes to Medicaid.
Right.
And Republicans...
They call it a cut.
Yeah, Republicans were trying to make sure that Medicaid and welfare went into the hands of people who need it. Not like what's happening in Minnesota, people who need it. And they also try to cut down on illegal aliens being able to obtain some of these welfare programs. And what did Democrats do? They lost their minds.
That's right.
Well, they call it cut, cut, cut. No, it's just reform to try to make sure this type of thing doesn't happen on a vast scale. And unfortunately, it is happening. It's not just Minnesota, believe me. It's a lot of places. And now you've got, young citizen journalists going door to door in Minnesota to these so-called child care centers saying, hello, are there any children here at all? Can we see one child? And the answer over and over again, there's the video right there, Nick Shirley. And he did yeoman's work here, asking very basic questions. And my question in response to this video, you can see it on X, it's a long expose. If there are any children, they are nowhere to be seen. And if this guy can do this kind of work. Where are the state investigators? Where is the local media in Minneapolis or in the state of Minnesota? And it's such a bad look. And for the governor to say, oh, well, we're very strongly looking into this, and I'm going to have an outside auditor. We already know that billions have been stolen, and all he can do is downplay, 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 and occasionally race bait as well. It's all he's got.
Voters don't like it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.